what is the thing that stuck out for you the most about foundation?
It was choice. The
Can you,
ability to choose. The ability to choose.
well, because for me, there was like a specific kind of section in the manual that like really grabbed me. Was there something, it was just like, that was the theme, is like the fact that you could choose.
Yeah, it was like I sat down there and I remember it was the first day and I got this thick ass manual full of tools and I was paging through and I was so excited because I saw like sex, relationship, money.
I was excited about that.
I was like, where do I start? The class is starting in 15 minutes. I want to read the whole book before the class starts. There's so much to choose from and there's a tool for everything. There's a tool for every single thing in your life. And that I got in the first 15 minutes before the class had even started.
You're so fast. All you guys are watching this, I just want to tell you that Wes is 20. So when did you take your first foundation class?
I took, 21 now. I took my first foundation class when I was, for fuck's sake, I can't even remember.
16?
No, I was older than that. I cannot remember if I was 17 or if I was 18.
That's amazing.
One of the two.
I've known you for a while now, and the thing that strikes me about you is both like your age, but also not your age. Like you have lived a life that's like much older than you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you came, like you were like all these things. Let's talk about all these things. So like, okay, so you said the thing you got out of foundation was choice. So did that change your life? Like, I know foundation changes you, but like, did that concept like permeate its way into your life after? Did you notice a difference in?
Yeah, it was the recognition that I could choose myself into something different. Because before the way I had functioned was, this is the way that life is. And this is what you're stuck with and this is what you're given. And you've got to deal with what you're given. And I didn't see that you could choose something different.
Wow. And actually, when you and I first started talking, we met on Facebook. And I think we met because I was doing videos and you just kept emailing me in total gratitude for what I was saying. And then we got to chatting on Messenger. We were both in relationships at the time. And I was in a really difficult, well, it turned out to be one of the most intense relationship endings of my life so far. And you were struggling in relationship. And I remember both of us being that for each other, where it was like, no, we can actually just choose something else. So it continues to gift, because like that was like 3 years ago. And then, we met, I don't know, a year something ago.
Yeah.
But that's a concept that for me still, in some areas of my life, I find myself occasionally still going, this is just the way it is. This is a fact. And remembering, oh, if I want something different here, I can literally just choose something different here. So
yeah, that's what the foundation started breaking away. Everything that I thought was real and was stuck in stone. Like, this is the way life is. This is like, abuse is just what you will have to deal with. Money problems is just what you will have to deal with. And relationship issues are just what you have to deal with. You are a doormat. You let people walk all over you, and that's just who you are. Like, that's what this reality goes by telling you, and that's all what I had known. And sitting there in that first 15 minutes I was like, okay, if there's a section on literally every single fucking topic in life, money, sex, business, I'm like, that means that you can change any single one of those.
Holy shit.
And that was foundation in 15 minutes for me. And then the rest of the weekend was like fucking mind-blowing, man. Like, my whole life changed in that first 15 minutes before the facilitator even walked through the door. That's the gift of these tools. That's the gift of accessing these tools, is boom. Like, you just know. You get the awareness and it's instant.
You're so much faster than me. I love it so much. I didn't get quite that. I mean, for me, like there was so much to change, but there is one thing that really sticks out to me in the first one, and it's this section in the manual, and I've actually got the manual open in front of me. My Facebook is going to keep dinging. Let me just close that. But there's this section in the manual called humanoid. And it, taken out of context, it can sound like, it can sound like judgment, like we're trying to judge people in order to fit them into boxes. But it wasn't that at all. It was this information about how there's these kind of beings on the planet. Generally speaking, there's basically 2 to 3 kinds of beings on the planet. These beings, called humans, for the sake of calling them something, judge everybody else and never think they have a problem. And these set of beings over here, we're going to call them humanoids just for having a word on it, judge themselves and always think they're wrong. So then you mash up a human and a humanoid together and you've got the perfect dance of like, I judge you and I judge me.
Judging me.
And honestly, that information, and there was another piece of that information, which is that humanoid beings like need to have 80,000 things going on all the time. They like change constantly. They're always like changing jobs, changing people. And honestly, that right there was the thing I had made myself the most wrong for my entire life, because
Totally.
I had never fit into my family. I'd always been judged for being inconsistent, flaky, bad at relationships, bad at holding down a job. I was never going to have a future because I didn't do the normal thing that everybody else did and have the normal job set up and the normal retirement thing. And so like I was so wrong so constantly. And, and then I found all these other ways to make me wrong. Like, so just that information, I was like, seriously, I swear to God, I lost 50,000 pounds in that moment. Cause I was like, this is just what I am. I'm weird. I'm a different being. Like I'm a different kind of being. I don't actually work in the way everybody else works. And like my whole life just went right in front of my eyes. And I mean, it still took me years after foundation and 100 more classes to like stop judging myself so constantly. But that in particular, I walked out of that 4-day class and I just knew there was another element of just knowing I wasn't actually fucked up. I was just different. And that for me has been the gift that keeps on giving with Access. I mean, I have so many stories, as everybody knows, but every major shift that I've had in an Access class has been that another level of awareness of like, I am not as fucked up as I think I am. Maybe I'm actually, maybe there's something right about me over and over.
Maybe I'm actually a gift.
Maybe I'm actually a gift.
Yeah.
And not the plague on the world that I really, really, really grew up thinking was true. Ugh.
And that is the end of our TED Talk.